It is true, it is evident. There is a global women's movement.
There is a global women's movement.
There is a global women's movement.
We're here for the environment and women healing oceans.
We're the Kuwaiti Union for Women Associations, and we're participating in the NGO Forum on Women, Beijing 95. We're in support of human rights and all just causes for women all over the world, and our cause is a just cause for freedom, the liberation of our prisoners of war, which are still held in Iraqi prisons.
We strive to find a woman's movement with a breadth that includes us all, and that honors our diversity, and that honors our differences, but brings unity in spite of our differences. That as we strive to grow as women, we must remember we are not women alone. We are women in relationship with each other and in relationship with our context. So one of my hopes is that we move as women aware that no woman is free unless all women are free.
Ecumenical women is from different denominations, 74 denominations in Gambia. And it is our first experiences to come to a conference like that one. We came also to participate in all the different discussions of the other women and to learn about from them, and also to learn their cultures and things like that. And we hope that this conference must be a real one. And not like the others where we come together and we say things and we sit for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then nothing happens afterwards.
We have to join the people's movement, various people's movement for justice, peace, and integrity of creation. Without justice and peace and integrity of creation, without making this a safe, just place, trustworthy place, life-giving place.
Structural adjustment in many of the countries that are developing that get aid means that they have to change their traditional rice culture that they've been doing for 2,000 years and has worked just fine. And they have to start growing flowers in those fields for export. Rice immediately becomes too expensive for the local people to afford. And the second thing is they have to have large input of fertilizer and pesticides and chemicals, which actually destroy the land. Those crops last about 5 years, and that's the end of the flowers, and that's the end of the rice. We cannot let them get away with those practices to feed the profits of multinational corporations without any thought of what they're doing to the countries where they're doing it. That's our responsibility. And if they're allowed to continue doing that, then I have to say we're all guilty.
Due to foreign and national policies that have been against the rights of people for self-determination, there has been a lot of deterioration of the social and natural environment. There has been scorched earth policies, and also because of the way that agriculture has been practiced for export commodities, we are facing desertification in 1/3 of the country. So I believe that as a Christian person, as a spiritual person, my best that I can do is participate in bringing wholeness to persons, to myself, to persons, and to the environment that God has given us.
As a mother, as a consumer, as a citizen, as a humanitarian, I think it's time for all women folks to stand up and really start reviewing our own life patterns, our own economic activities, our own government structures, and start leading the way to make new changes for a whole new way of sustainable livelihood, not only for the benefit of this generation, but for the next generation to come.
I don't believe in any faith that's not in action. I mean, any faith that's just some kind of theory that's not a concrete praxis, a concrete way of living is meaningless as far as I'm concerned. So any kind of genuine faith is really a way of living, a way of relating, and it's a way of relating in terms of justice and love and mutuality.
Over 95% of all the Muslim people in the world are believers. They are very firmly rooted within the Islamic framework, whatever their belief, the details of their belief system may be, but they are believers. Now, religion is to the Muslims not simply one of the elements of life. It's not like this is a political aspect and economic and social. Religion is the matrix in which the lives of Muslims are rooted.
I would like to suggest to you 4 principles which I see guiding our work and attitudes as Christian feminists. First, that women and men were created by God as co-equal partners. Second, that the Bible and our faith contain the seeds for the liberation of the oppressed. Third, that any elements of the Christian tradition which deny the full humanity of women or anyone else must either be discarded, ignored, or transformed. And fourth, that the struggle for liberation must involve the whole community. Equality, liberation, transformation, and community. These are the 4 principles I see guiding the work of Christian feminists and increasingly providing the opportunity for young women to find the Christian tradition liberative rather than oppressive.
If we are going to pick up the empowering elements in religion, we ourselves have to be in religion. We have to be the ones who are exegeting what the religions teach. Because for you to be simply the client of a religion doesn't work. And that's what women are most of the time. We are religion's best clients. Go to any church, 80% women. But go to the synod, we are not there. And yet we get up and go. We like to sit in pews and be ministered unto. And when we do that, then the religion becomes oppressive.
In women's conferences, there is a suspicion about religion. Religion has been the enemy for so long of women's reality that we don't want to deal with it when we get into a conference of women. But here, for the first time, religion is a legitimate area of inquiry. And many secular feminists are looking to religious women at this conference for a way of shaping the public discourse that takes into account the values and vision that come out of religion. And that is very, very exciting.
I'm gonna walk all over God's heaven. Sing harmony. I got shoes, you got shoes, all of God's children got shoes. When I get to heaven, gonna put on my shoes, I'm gonna walk all over God's heaven. Heaven, heaven, everybody's talking loud, heaven ain't going there, heaven, heaven, I'm gonna walk all over God's heaven.
We are here to lobby our government to put more funds in the education of the girl child, because we believe that educating the girl is educating a nation, whereas educating a man is educating an individual.